Hi. I recently got the question, what surprised you most about losing your breasts? Which is a really nice way of saying, what was it like to lose your breasts? Which nobody has actually asked me yet, but it got me thinking. First of all, I'll answer that question. Well, my name is Stacey Ray. I'm the founder and creator of A.R.T and ArtSchool.inc, Nibblebacks, and co-founder of MedArt Pro. And the reason that I did all those things was because of the experience that I had losing my breasts. So, what surprised me most was how in touch I got with my feminine side. And I didn't really understand the balance, between the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and the wounded feminine and the wounded masculine and all of those energies and how they show up. And so losing my breast has really got me in touch with the energetic side of how we express ourselves through the human experience. So for me, the most interesting part was that losing my breast was the thing that got me in touch, was the thing that got me in touch with my feminine side. I was just kind of shut off from my body before I lost my breast. Having a breast amputation really stops that. It really throws you into connecting with your body. Now you have wounds, you have to change the way you dress, you have to buy new clothes. That's all the physical side of things. And the mental side of things is, how do I identify with this? How do I go through life now? Do I have to really does it activate me to a higher calling, which is what happened with me. It activated me to a higher calling, which is A.R.T. And then the emotional side of things, the grief and the loss, that comes with this kind of trauma, right? So the thing that surprised me most was understanding in that divine masculine kind of energy that all of us entrepreneurs and business owners have to live in, with the go, 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 the do, 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 all of that kind of expression, human expression. I really had to stop. I really had to stop that and sit back and allow things to come to me, allow myself to receive care from the people in my community, allow myself to kind of wait and receive guidance, like ideas and guidance. And it just changed the way that I went through life. So that's the positive side of it, is that I got to get more in touch with my feminine side than ever before. When I had my mastectomy and my breast reconstruction back in 2012, and then I got areola tattoos done in 2014, and then I had a big, beautiful mastectomy scar cover up in 2015. And then I got to enjoy 5 years or so of just really feeling great about my experience, my body, what I was being called to create for the world of tattoo artists, because they say, teach what you know. And I know how to draw, and I know how to tattoo, and I know how to tattoo scar tissue. And all of those things really uh, bring a lot of value to the tattoo world. And then being somebody who knows what it's like to lose their breasts and being able to also speak to the experience of going through such a loss really helps me make a positive impact on the tattoo world. Now, the negative side of what I learned from losing my breasts, the side that surprised me in a not so positive way, was how trauma changes you. Trauma really separates you from your ideas about yourself. It really kind of shock trauma. There's two different kinds of trauma, right? Developmental trauma, like childhood trauma, abuse, neglect. There's all kinds of childhood traumas, right? And then the other trauma is shock trauma, when something just happens that stops, you're going through life thinking everything is great, and boom, life says, no, you got to stop. And when it's something severe like a breast amputation, that's what we call shock trauma. An accident, if you lose somebody suddenly, a divorce that surprises you out of the blue, those are the kind of things that will inspire shock trauma. So the unfortunate side of what I went through was that it really caused me to lose my playfulness, my innocence, really my sense of humor. I feel like nowadays I make jokes and people just think that I'm angry. The lightheartedness that I used to enjoy just isn't really there anymore. I carry like this kind of heaviness that it's just hard to be understood because not everybody gets it. Not everybody gets that going through going through trauma and then compound trauma when you have a trauma you're not fully healed from and then there's another one kind of thrust on you. Because as I said before, I had 5 years of feeling great about my body. Why only 5 years? Well, because then my breast implants were recalled. I had implant reconstruction and they were recalled in about 2019. And so I explanted in 2020, which was hard enough as it was. There's sorry, a couple different reasons that explanting is difficult. One of the reasons is because it's going to change your body again, which it did. My doctors asked me if they offered to swap out the implants, but I just thought, what, you're going to recall them too? I'm not going to go through that again. Plus, they were making me sick. They're known to cause cancer. I have that BRCA1 gene mutation, which kind of ups my chances. There is no gene that causes cancer, but these gene mutations can increase your cancer risk exponentially, such as I have an 83% more chance of getting breast cancer with BRCA1 and a 66% increase in chances of ovarian cancer, which is what my mother died from. So you got to take things a little bit more seriously at that point than you'd like to. And people who haven't faced this in themselves don't get it. And they're more likely to judge, aren't they? That's the unfortunate side of things. We judge ourselves enough, but when the people around us start judging us for our choices, it gets even harder, especially when we're faced with choices that not everybody gets. I had my one friend's husband said, "Why would somebody go and remove a perfectly good set of tits? They're perfectly healthy. Why would somebody do that?" And that's when I started realizing what was being said about me behind closed doors that hurt me even more. On top of everything I've been through, now I have to deal with other people's judgments of what I've been through. So there's a loss of innocence there. There's a loss of this like go with the flow in life that kind of gets taken from you when you realize that all of a sudden something in your life inspires negativity in other people's lives. So there's a loss of innocence there, like I said, and then that comes with like a loss of like that carefree kind of attitude. Because when I'm talking to people, I'm like, does this person see me for who I am? Or does this person see me for who they think I am? So they say, teach what you know. So I teach what I know. And what I know is life can be hard and people can be tough too. And so surround yourself with the people who really love and accept you, even when they don't understand you. And then return that favor by really trying to love and respect people, even when you don't understand what they've been through. And that's really how we can get through life a little bit better. So if you have lost your breath, I hope that this resonates a little bit with you, because you probably feel the same way I do in a couple ways. And if you work with people who've lost their breath, just kind of understand that they might have feelings that you don't get, and that's okay. That's okay. We don't get to get the full picture on everything, but we can still be kind to one another, to their face and behind closed doors. Well, I love you all. Thanks for staying right to the end of this message, this video that I wanted to share with you today. And I think as I go forward, I'm going to speak a little bit more a little bit less about my professional experience and maybe a little bit more about my personal experience. And for the next little bit, and see if it brings any healing to my collective, to the people who I'm here to really get to your heart and speak to your heart. And the same back, please comment here if I pulled on your heartstrings a little bit today, if you really get what I'm going through because you've been there too. Have a great day.